What's up, YouTube? So we're gonna talk about that summertime exercise. Why is it in the summertime when it's hot? That's when we decide to. What do you decide to do? Ain't it funny how people eat greasy and wrong in the summer as they do in the winter, but yet you can say you can shed the pounds because you can sweat because you can't sweat when it's cold outside. Ain't that amazing how that works? So we get to the summertime, we're gonna go walking and bike riding and playing basketball and try to make up for it. Used to be guilty of that myself. Used to take the autumn and the winter and just hibernate and watch movies and you want to eat and just feast and lay low and be lazy and lethargic. Go to work, come in if you're working or whatever you're doing. But then you make up for it in the summertime. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go out in the summertime, lose weight, do all that. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny how that just became like somehow that's normalized? How do we become creatures of that? And you want to go hiking and packing and get your Capri Sun and your organic food out and do all that. Make up for summertime exercise. Summertime exercise is different because sometimes you be hitting the gym or you going on a long bike ride or long walk brisk. You're looking for something to make it make sense. It's what you're doing. Um, Guilty of that. Back time ago. Took all that on. Um, it's interesting how it all plays out. It's interesting how it all, you know, the things that you end up doing, the way that it all in details and and how it just comes to be. Um Amazing when you factor it all in, you again, you don't really think about um those sort of things until they arrive. It's like I just want to like kind of blend in and want to feel a certain way. But the summertime growing up when you were younger, exercising, you could go on your bike and ride all day and play rip and run in the streets because we used to play baseball, sometimes touch football, basketball all day. And if you weren't at the arcade, it meant it was different. Different. It was before gaming took over. We already had a tar. You had all those games, but people didn't. If you had a good pair of nets and playing basketball, you weren't gonna let that thing sit there. It's amazing now in the summertime how people don't utilize some of those very things that and sometimes you take it for granted. You just kind of sit there and you just kind of like what happened? Why did it become to that? And why people are so nonchalant about doing those sort of things. It's kind of like wow. But yeah, it meant something to summertime exercise, rollerblading. Oh yeah, the rollerblading, obviously roller skating, swimming, all the stuff. Tennis ball nowadays is pickleball, which I still ain't getting into because I think you're just trying to tear something in your body. I think it's one of the most awkward sports to do. But you go bowling, you do all those things in the summertime. Have fun, have fun. That's what the summertime is there for. Utilize that. So anyway, I just think about to explore that, to do those sort of things, and to get into that. It's just one of those things that you'd want to kind of, you know, have a moment with doing and so on and so forth. So, um, I remember it like yesterday, and there's so many things, that you would do, and all day long. That's what made it so cool. It was like all day long and enjoying yourself with it. So anyway, let me know if you had summertime exercise memories and what you do in the summertime exercise and how you prepared and all that. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm all the time. Peace.